This is Mr. Vinod Sons, and he's the younger generation of the Sons family who is carrying forward the legacy. And he's going to explain most of the plants that we see here, on which I plan to do about 200 or 300 videos for a period of next 2 years. Now we are having a look at the breadfruit, and I'll be asking questions, and Mr. Vinod is kind enough to answer them. Now, can you please answer few questions about this tree, sir? One is, how old is this tree?
This tree may be around 20-25 years old now.
20 to 25 years old, and it's already huge. So people who want to plant this tree should select a place with sufficient clear area around, so that it can grow to its full size, and not in a constricted locations. And how many fruit does it yield in terms of number or weight or something like that?
You may get around 50 kilos or so from a tree. If it's a very big tree, we may get around 100 kilos from a tree in a season.
And there's one season in a year?
Yeah, mainly. But there are some trees which give yield twice in a year. The trees which are near the house, they'll get water in different seasons. So they'll flower in 2 times, and we get the yield 2 times in a year.
So if you water this tree well, then you get 2 crops, otherwise it will be 1 crop. And if the water is not enough, then some of the fruits will be dropped to conserve the moisture by the tree.
It needs a lot of water compared to many other trees. And the common custom here in the coast is they put some coconut husk. They make a pit around the tree and put some coconut husk, and the husk will have some astringent matter. That will help for it to yield and also to flower, I suppose.
And method of propagation?
It's mainly you can cut the root and plant it in another place, and or also there's another method called layering that's more popular here, where you take off the bark from the bark and make it to root at that point. For that you need to put some moisture holding medium around it. So it will root in about 1 or 2 months. After that you separate it and plant it as a new plant.
So from the root also cuttings can be made, you said. How say a finger sized root?
It will be a bit thicker.
Bit thicker than say about wrist sized.
In the diameter it may be around 3 centimeters or so.
3 centimeter diameter roots can be cut out and planted in a wet moist place in a sandy pot, and it will sprout, and then it can be transferred. And is it a long lived tree?
May not be. It may live for about 50 years. Actually, it grows very fast, and the thing is, you shouldn't allow it to grow too tall. The wood is not very strong. So usual practice is to limit it to the height of the tree. Height of the tree to the height of the house. That's the usual custom here, because the branches are not very strong. When you climb to pluck it, there are chances of the branches breaking off and falling
and also
off.
In the storms it may break down.
Yeah.
And it's related to this jackfruit tree and that same Artocarpus family, and it's used as a vegetable, and originally, if I am right, it was imported into India by British people during that. I heard in the First World War they expected a shortage of food, so from Malaysia or Indonesia somewhere it was imported and introduced into India.
There's another British story to it, and this breadfruit was brought from Tahiti. It's an island, I suppose. They were bringing the breadfruit in a ship, and there's a film on the whole thing. It's called, the film is called The Mutiny on the Bounty.
Mutiny on the Bounty. Okay.
And when they were bringing the plant on the ship, there was mutiny on the ship.
Mm.
So that's the story. I
Okay.
don't remember the name of the captain.